Okay, you guys. So right here, I want to kind of show you a couple of things on this, not this trade here, but on this trade here that I re-entered. I'm currently re-entering this position again. But in our signals group, on this particular trade, I actually sent it out last night and told everybody, hey, let's go ahead and buy this trade. And let me kind of show you something here, what I had told them earlier today. All right, let me bring this on screen. Give me a second so you can see proof, because we actually have over 400 people in our signals group alone. And I'm going to bring it just right there because I want to protect everybody's privacy. For those who's in our group, give me a second. I'm going to bring it over real slow so to protect everybody's privacy. Because I don't want everybody's faces shown on this particular video because it's none of your business who's in our group and who's not in the group. Give me a second. All right, so I think that's close enough. All right, cool, perfect. So I want to kind of show you this. So as you can see here, I sent out a signal and told them, hey, you guys, be mindful because I know the AUD is moving around. So here's what it clearly says. The AUD is being, and this thing probably won't see the whole thing, but bottom line is you can kind of see part of it, and I'll bring it down as much as possible. But clearly, as I'm explaining here in this video, it's saying that the AUD is going to be highly manipulated. There's more to the message, but this screen is kind of cutting it off, and that's okay. But I told them basically that the AUD interest rates is being announced, and so therefore be aware that they're manipulating the market on the AUD. I also told them in advance, and I don't know how much is covered on this screen because I'm recording this, but I also told them that I'm just giving them a heads up about this situation because what's going to happen is, and you can see it right here, during the economic crisis, they shouldn't be raising interest rates, okay? It should be left the same or lowered. And if they lower it, the AUD is going to drop. And I also said that's why they hit the stop hunt on the AUD pair that we were in, just a little amount we were in off the 5-minute time frame, so no big deal. However, look what happened. Came right back and boom, 91 pips. And I took a screenshot of this on this initial. It's called an impulse move. So if you're new to trading and you haven't heard about this, this is something that's important. When news events come out, it creates what's called an impulse move, which is a knee-jerk reaction to the news event. And as you can see, here was our TP, our take profit right here. And so there we are. Now, I also gave them instructions. Hey, let's go ahead and take our profit while we got the opportunity before the interest rate news actually come out. Because what they actually do, they'll actually manipulate the market and the economic pair, meaning in this situation, the AUD, before the news event even comes out sometimes. And so I kind of knew they were doing that. So I told them, hey, let's go ahead and close our profit and wait and see what happens after interest rate news. So lo and behold, interest rate news came out, and guess what happened? It was exactly the same as I said. They left the interest rate at 0.25, basically 0.25, which is a quarter point. So they left the interest rates unchanged. And so on the initial shoot up, 91 pips. Then I told everybody, take the profit before the news event comes out, just in case they try to manipulate it again. And so they left it alone. The market went quiet. It did its pullback, as you can see right here. It did a pullback right here. And I would love to show you the client's comments, but again, they're entitled to their privacy, so I won't show our conversation on that. But I clearly told everybody again, hey, I told y'all. And sure enough, it shot up. Now that it's over and now the market is slowed down, now, as you can see, I re-entered the trade again using our confirmations. And if you want to know what our confirmations are, once you sign up for the program, make absolutely sure you're going through every single tutorial video. Okay, from the how to install the system. Don't try to think you know how to do ours. Ours have a unique feature that you have to look at the tutorial to understand how to install it, but also what trades I look for and which trades I don't. And so you'll be far more successful with the system if you follow through on the directions that I'm giving. So you'll know exactly when I'm taking trades and when I would not. But as you can see earlier in this particular trade, which again, we have over 400 people in the signals group. So there's no way I can pretend that it didn't happen, can't fake it. We have over 400 people in that particular business sector already. Then we have a lot more in the general section. So with hundreds of people receiving the same exact signal, there's no way to cheat, okay? But the bottom line is we took our profit because I knew they were going to pull back after that knee-jerk reaction, and therefore, we just took our profit. Now I re-entered again. So with 91 pips and this 12, that puts me at over 102 pips in 24 hours on one trading pair. Okay? And you'll learn this stuff when you come to class. You'll be able to attend class with me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I'll teach you these things so that you're aware on how to look at the markets and how to use our trading system to be able to make profit margins. And as you can see, this is happening live in front of your face. I'm not messing with the charts. I've been talking to you, and you can see that they're moving. It's going into the Frankfurt session, which a lot of people don't even know there's a such thing as a Frankfurt session. It's the Frankfurt session opens up 1 hour before the London session. So it's actually the Frankfurt session right now, going into the Frankfurt session and then into London. So the bottom line is I'm just showing you an example of a live trade that I actually called and sent to the signals group and told them in advance every step of the way from start to finish exactly what was going to happen. I also told them when to take their profit early, because sometimes we'll tell you, because they were dancing just a few pips away from our TP, which is quite common sometimes. So you'll have your TP set for a 1-to-1 or whatever, and it'll be dancing maybe 2 or 3 pips away. As I tell them, hey, let's not be greedy. Take your money and run. So I love teaching and instructing people so that you'll get the understanding of how to trade in the markets, not just slapping indicators on your charts and do your thing, which you can do with our system, but to be able to give you the market knowledge. It's called tacit knowledge. It means having a deep understanding of what you're involved in so that you can become a professional trader. So this is something that you'll be getting, and I'll be teaching you and helping you along the way once you join Super Easy Forex. That's why I'm showing you this, so you can see that this is how I try to provide a better service than the average service out there. Trying to just do the right thing by people, helping you to get a better understanding. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can expect to be in class with me. You'll be able to raise your hand. I try to stay back to answer everybody's questions for the most part. And so we have a lot of fun in class because I want you to know what I know. I don't want to be one of those type of people who claim to be a guru, but then I never share any information with you on how I'm coming to my determinations. I want you to know what I know so that you can get results just like this yourself. Okay? So you can get the results and you won't have to depend on people for the rest of your life. That's why the signals group is the smaller of our groups, because once they have learned enough to where they feel comfortable, then they move on and they can trade on their own. Okay, so we have a very large group of people who trade with us all over the world. But in the signals group, we have over 400 people because guess what? That's what they want to do. They want to come in, kind of learn when we're taking trades, when we're not, and all those kind of things. And plus, also what's included is a whole bunch of other things. You get an additional indicator that only comes with the signal service. And you also, besides the signals being sent, we also have a live scalping session with Miss Jenny. Okay, Miss Jenny is a freaking chart beast. I mean, my God, she is a beast. Oh, my God. So you have Mr. Elvis also who provides signals in here. You have myself. But Miss Jenny, she provides the live scalping sessions during the U.S. session. And we have people who have made 6 figures in that group just scalping off the 5-minute under her tutelage. So in that particular group, you're not getting just signals where you don't know where you trade on your own. It's actually a separate group where you're live with her in the trading room as she's analyzing charts and calling out signals on the 5-minute time frame, and you can scalp with a professional. Okay, most people who scalp, they're not professionals, and that's why they fail. But to be able to trade with a 6-figure earner in this business, that comes with the signal service, okay? Which is it's a lot of fun in there too, by the way, okay? So anyway, little lengthy video, but I wanted to show you an example of a live trade we just took earlier this evening. We took it early. The market tried to knock us out in our stop loss, but nevertheless, we prevailed on the impulse move and took our pips and we were done. And now I'm re-entering this trade. Why? Because all right, the market is over. Interest rate news has been announced. I know what's going on, and now it's back to normal business. And I'm looking to collect even more pips on the same exact trade that I just collected 91 pips on earlier today. All right. So hopefully this video helped you get a better understanding about how to trade the markets and things you can do. Now, last but not least, do I always trade news events? No, I do not. I often just avoid them, okay, which I recommend to people. Avoid interest rate news and things when you don't know what's going on. However, when you do understand the markets, okay, when you do understand the markets, you can still take these kind of trades with a little confidence because you understand the fundamentals of the market. Most people are always about the price action, price action, price action, price action, but you're not aware of how these markets move. But because I was aware of what the interest rates would possibly do, I still took this trade with a little bit of confidence behind myself because I kind of knew what was going on. And surely enough, if you check right now, today, which is July 6, 2020, check and see what the interest rate was just announced today, the interest rate news on the AUD, okay? And you'll see that it fell in line at a quarter point. In other words, it was still left unchanged from the last time they decided to do an interest rate announcement. And I kind of knew that based on the economic conditions. And when you are able to put together price action with fundamentals, meaning that you understand how the market and why the market is moving the way it is, you can sometimes take trades with confidence even during a big news event because you kind of know what's going on. Okay? So anyway, have a great one, and see you if you decide to join Super Easy Forex. Cool. So if you do, just go to our website, superezforex at superezforex.com. All right? Superezforex.com, and I'll see you on the inside of the group. Okay? Thank you.